Hey fellow film fighters and film fights fans, I'm Simon aka the Phantom Monk, and this week we pay tribute to grandparents everywhere. It's Film Fights TV.
Film Fights TV. We set the rules, you make the films, you decide the winner.
On Film Fights TV we review all the heavyweight entries for each fight on the video competition site filmfights.com, which is a fantastic community for filmmakers of all levels. So after this video, why not head over there, watch the films and vote for your favourites. Today we're looking at the grandparents haiku fight. Entrants had to make a video haiku in honour of their grandparents. We've got two very different entries to look at today. First up is Poem for Grandpa by Orange Mountain Films.
My grandpa is great. My grandpa is kind. My grandpa knows facts that would blow your mind.
Grandpa, I told you next time you came in my room, I'd punch you right in your wrinkly old throat. You smell like Bengay in a bag of old.
My grandpa is great at giving out hugs.
This was a fun entry. The audio was good, the story was well put together, which I know is hard when you've only got 17 seconds to play with, and I really loved the line, "You smell of Bengay and a bag of old." That really made me laugh, but I felt it would have been funnier if the delivery had been a little bit more aggressive, getting over just how annoyed the guy was at being interrupted. And when the music cut out, I probably would have added a record scratch sound effect, just to give that moment a little more impact. Also, I noticed you used a cloning effect so you could have you and you as your grandpa in the same shot, because I could see the crop line between your two footage layers. I probably only noticed this because I've tried the effect myself and I was looking out for it, but it's not that distracting. Overall, this was an entertaining little video. Thanks for your entry. Next up we have 100 Years Alive by Telefunky Films.
ベージュも生きて人生あとしばし夢はピンピンコロリの白寿かな。
It's always nice to see an entry with subtitles. It reminds me of how truly international Film Fights is. I kind of liked the handheld look, and you had three very different shots. I particularly loved the last shot that focused on the photograph of who I'm assuming were the grandchildren as infants, and then panned up to reveal how they look now. The music was fitting, and again the audio was good. Things I think you could work on? Not much really. I would have liked to have seen you focus on the photograph for a little bit longer, and the framing of your shot seemed a little off. You tended to chop the tops off of people's heads most of the time. Apart from that, good job. I see this as your first ever entry. Well done at making the heavyweights, and welcome to Film Fights. Well, now it's time for me to pick my favourite. This was a really hard choice as both films were very different and really good in their own right. But after much deliberation, I've picked 100 Years Alive by Telefunky Films. I felt it ticked all the boxes for this fight. It had three very different and interesting shots, and actually featured a grandparent reading her own haiku. Well done, you guys. Do you agree with my choice? Let me know in the comments below, but remember, I don't decide the winner, you do, so head over to filmfights.com and cast your vote. In this fight we also had entries from Peridot Films, R. Nikolov, Your Real TV and Advertising Design. Out of the 6 entries in this fight, 4 of you were first timers, so welcome to Film Fights and keep those videos coming in. Signing up to filmfights.com is one of the best decisions I've made. It's free to join, has helped me grow as a filmmaker, and the feedback you get from this friendly community is priceless. I've been a member for only about a year now, and here I am presenting Film Fights TV. How awesome is that? If you'd like to see more from me, feel free to check out my YouTube channel. That'd be really cool if you subscribe too. Also, if you'd like the chance to win cool prizes and cash for your videos, pop over to Film Fights' sister site Online Video Contests for the latest and greatest video competitions on the internet. And don't forget to check out the future fights on filmfights.com. The next one is Christmas Nightmares. Create a spooky Christmas film and scare our pants off. It's due December 23rd. So get creating, and I may even see you on the battlefield for that one. After 6 years, over 1,000 video uploads, and becoming one of the best low-budget filmmaking communities on the internet, Indie Mogul is sadly coming to an end. I'd like to wish current hosts Griffin Hammond and Russell Hasenauer all the best with their future endeavours. I know they'll continue to produce great content on their personal YouTube channels, so why not show your support and go and subscribe? If it wasn't for Indie Mogul, I wouldn't have found Film Fights, and I wouldn't be doing this now. So thank you so much, Indie Mogul. I'm gonna miss you. Well, that's this episode of Film Fights TV in the can. If you don't want to miss another episode, go and subscribe to the Film Fights YouTube channel. And before I go, I'd like to wish you all a very Merry Christmas from the Film Fights family. Film Fights!